Hello and welcome to the IDL. My name's Nick and this is Gluttony and Earth. I am curious about my fellow nerds, all these nerdy ass people that I'm hanging out with. I got a question for y'all. I'm curious, what kind of tabletop role-playing game would you like to see happen? Or is there like a style of game you think would be fun to play, or like a style of game that you're not sure exists that you think would be fun to play? Is there a style that you haven't, that you're itching for? And if you're not sure exactly, maybe there's a tabletop you do know about that you're interested in playing, but you just haven't gotten to it.
I don't know if there's a specific system I'm looking to try out. I have thought very hard about it, and like for 2 days I almost started developing a system for it, because there's a world that I find incredibly interesting, but it feels so incredibly niche that I know there's not a TTRPG for it. It's the world of it's a book series by Garth Nix, the Old Kingdom, Aborsen, that type of, it's a very unique world and has lots of really fun things, and I really enjoy all the world and the lore and everything like that. But it's I know 3 people in real life who have read that book series. Yeah. So it's just it feels incredibly niche. They're very popular books, but
what's it about? Because I've never heard of it.
Essentially, the main character is from a family of anti-necromancers. So the whole thing of the world is that essentially there's the charter, which is structured magic, and then free magic, which is everything else. There's necromancers raising the dead, and then there's this family that goes into death and releases spirits that have been corrupted by these necromancers. And it's all there's different families that have different types of magic, but it's very and there's a little bit of division of there's a magical wall. North of the wall, magic exists. South of the wall, it doesn't really exist. So there's interplay between those things as well. Interesting.
So you're trying to play an anti-necromancer in a necromancer world?
Yeah, that's one of the things. But yeah, it's the biggest thing too is it's almost post-apocalyptic in a sense, because everything is very broken, and there's a lot of lost magic and knowledge where they have they've discovered things that exist, and they're cool, someone made this in the past and we have no knowledge or capability to make it anymore. We've lost the knowledge to make these things. So if we lose it, or it gets destroyed, or if there's something more powerful, we have no way of recreating it.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. I like that kind of setting.
Yeah.
I was a big fan of Gamma World. If all you listeners are fans of Gamma World, shout out in the comments.
Never heard of it.
Kane, do you have an answer? Do you have a style of game you're looking at?
Honestly, there's 3 that came to mind. I would love to try out the Cyberpunk tabletop RPG. I love that universe, and it seems like a completely different system than what I'm used to. Mm-hmm. And then obviously the 40K universe, I think, would be fun. I just jump in and truly just be an idiot.
Are you trying to be a Marine, or are you trying to be other things?
Well, I'd be a Marine.
Okay, yeah, because it depends on what system you'd get. Since there's a few different role-playing games for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'd want to just be just the power fantasy of 40K.
Yeah, I've both played a tech priest before, and I've played just a non-marine game before as well.
Okay.
And they can be pretty fun. Depends on which ones you play. It's really fun when you try to buy into the system. When you try to buy into the satire of it all.
Oh, dude, I love that. And that's why I love Cyberpunk and 40K, because both those universes, there's so many layers of sarcasm in both. But a third genre that I would love to play, and it'd probably have to be a Pathfinder style of game, would just be a Western setting. I'd like to just kind of see what.
Oh, there's some what
you could get up
stuff.
To.
There's I think Deadlands, unless that's not it. I mean, shout out to Deadlands either way, I guess. I haven't played it, but pretty sure there's a Deadlands RPG that's a Western. Yeah. Deadlands is a Western.
Awesome. Assuming it's like the system is like Pathfinder, or
I haven't played it. I don't know exactly the system. It's. I don't think it's a D20 system, but I could be very wrong. I don't know enough. Oh no, yeah, it's not, because it's Savage Worlds. Deadlands is in Savage Worlds, and that's not. I don't think that's a D20 system. I haven't played Savage Worlds.
I was going to bring up Savage Worlds because that's like Horizon Zero Dawn stuff fits really well into that system.
Yeah. Is that what your answer is? Are you looking at?
Oh, that's like my third one because I was going to bring that up because we talked about settings or whatever we want to do before, but yeah. I also want to do at some point Vaesen and Shield Maidens.
Yes. We'll have to get onto the Vaesens.
I gotta read. I gotta learn how to read.
Gotta learn how to read, this man. He's got all the books for the pretty pictures.
Yeah, I have the Shield Maiden stuff, so I just have to like learn it. Yeah. Like I know bits and pieces of it, but I have to actually sit down and learn it.
I'm trying to... No, I didn't buy it. I'm trying to remember if I did buy Shield Maidens or not.
No, you bought it for me.
Yeah, I bought it for you. I think that's why I'm thinking... That's why I have the memory of buying Shield Maidens, but I don't have the memory of having Shield Maidens. That makes sense. Well, it's on like Vaesen, which I have a copy of, so that's why I was like... Oh,
yeah, I have all the Vaesen books.
Which Vaesen is like a mythic Nordic investigative...
Tables, yeah.
Yeah.
And you're just like a person.
Yeah. It's like Call of Cthulhu for spirits and fae.
Yeah. Those are always fun systems to play around in.
Yeah. Kyle, is there anything that you've been wanting to bounce around in?
Well, let me tell you. Why would you word it like that? I mean, tabletops.
Yeah, is there like a genre?
I've been wanting to play. I don't know if you guys know this. I think it's Betrayal at the House on the Hill.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a board game.
Yeah,
yeah. That's
yeah.
Board games are a tabletop.
Okay,
super fun on top of a table.
Okay,
it's on top of a table.
Betrayal in the House. Yeah, that's
it's a really fun game. Fun.
I've been trying to convince my friend. Hey, please stay like 2 hours with me to play a board game.
Yeah, it's like you should get him to play because it's got a lot of replayability to it. It's because it's got a lot of very, very different scenarios. I have the Baldur's Gate version. I think it's Baldur's Gate version. That sounds wrong now that I'm saying it.
Betrayal at Baldur's Gate on the Hill.
The betrayal, you're smooching someone else.
Yeah, it is Betrayal at Baldur's Gate.
The betrayal, Silas is kissing a different sword.
Yeah.
Scandal. Speaking of bouncing on it.
Speaking of bouncing on it. Whoa!
I saw that.
It is
not the good
a
kind.
Creature.
Yeesh,
I'm sorry for the noises coming from my microphone right now. I'm in a precarious situation.
You know what's funny? I don't think any sounds were coming from it. That was
that's good.
It was pretty quiet. It was very it was like very demure.
My arms were wrapped around the mic, so I didn't know if it was like shuffling or anything.
Gotta hug it close.
My clipboards were falling off of my desk organizer.
Yeah, Betrayal's fun. You should definitely get your friends to do it. It'll be a good time for them. Tell them that your friends who can't play it with you say that it's a recommended. Because you can get really into
Tabletop
it.
Simulator has it.
Oh, sure it does, but that's on you have to buy things like that probably.
Kyle will pay for it.
I already have Tabletop Simulator.
I hope.
Yeah, but I meant the game on Tabletop Simulators. Yeah.
Sure.
But speaking of being in a simulated reality. Let's get back to that recap. Let's get into it. Let's hear about what happened last time. Last time, the crew interrogated one of the were-tigers, the one they kept alive, in which they've learned that he was talking about the cult of theirs, the cult of the originators, that they were promised power to inherit the land when the Mimic King regained its power, when it's freed, and then it calls out to them like a beacon, and they're all seeking to free this creature. He broke out of his bonds to try and steal the sword again, so Silas put him down, and then the next morning, they went back on their journey to the castle. However, along that path, Endien discovered what seems to be a twig with a barn owl feather tied to the end. Endien asked Darius to identify it, and when Darius pushed back, wondering why it matters, Endien started to get a little cagey and reserved and said, never mind. And they went on with their trip. Endien then started leading them onwards instead. Along the way, Darius decided to go to be lookout for danger along with Temenos, and Silas decided he would try and talk to the god who he had not really heard much from in some time directly. So at some point, Silas was not really succeeding at this until suddenly he started getting a voice in his head. And Darius started hearing something else, something bounding towards them from the forest, from the scattered copse of trees. And so I would like everyone to roll initiative.
Okay. That wasn't too bad.
Temenos rolled a 16.
Darius got a 14.
Okay.
Endien got a 22.
Silas also got an 16.
16. Sounds all 16.
18 is not one of the numbers we said.
I was looking at an 8. So my brain was...
Okay. So, Darius, I assume you're going to point this out, but what you see out there is this mound of bone and flesh and muscle, just with tendrils and skittering through the forest and gripping trees and pulling itself towards you at a high speed. And it's grabbing and it's somewhat swinging from tree to tree as it tries to get through and bounds through this forest.
I would let everyone know that something is incoming.
Yeah. Then if that's the case, it would be Endien's turn.
And I can see this thing?
Yes.
Let's go for 3 shots, shall we? Heck. The first one is only a 13.
That misses.
Second one. You know, when you don't have advantage, things are sad for Endien. That's a natural 1.
Natural 1. Okay. Give me your percentile.
58.
58 is a embarrassing fumble. Let's see.
That's my
here.
life.
She's too sad about her owl.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, too sad.
Out of the shadows. If you were hiding, the target sees you.
Whoops. I guess I wasn't hiding.
Yeah, no, it's pretty lucky. This is literally what normally should have been a devastating crit fumble for you. So here's what it was. It was out of the shadows. If you were hiding, your target sees you. Reroll your dexterity stealth check with disadvantage against the passive perception of each enemy within 120 feet.
Oh.
You got lucked out.
Third shot.
Daytime.
Third shot's a 16.
16 hits.
That's the one that needs to hit because that's the one that does extra damage. 22 points of damage.
22.
And you know what? You've taken a long rest. All my things is back. I'm going to action surge for 3 more shots.
Okay.
I need to think dispatch so I can get to my detour quicker. Gee whiz, Endien. That's a miss.
Ew.
Okay, that one should hit at an 18.
That'll hit.
Okay, that's not mineral. I thought it wasn't. It was 7 plus 7 plus 10. 24.
24.
And the final shot. I'm not putting the extra pepper on this thing because hopefully we just knock it down quick. That's going to be a 23.
That'll hit.
And this is the big boy. Which again, yeah, there's another 1 and a 2. What the heck? That's a 20 points of damage.
20. Okay.
And then
It is-
I'm already at the front of the group. I'm going to move further away so it's not jumping on me.
Okay. Yeah, it's still bounding towards you guys, and it's like arrows pierce into it, and it almost is like sucking the arrows into it.
Gross.
Yuck.
Next, it is its turn, and like I said, it's bounding towards you guys. Who would be the closest, do you think? Endien, definitely not.
I mean, being truthful, if you'd allow it, if Darius heard something coming, he would probably take a step towards it, knowing he's the tankiest person.
All right, then that's perfect. It like grips its way towards you, and it lashes towards you. It will. It's got like a series of like mouths that like creak open. I'm gonna show you guys a picture of this thing,
No.
and then I'll describe it a little bit more.
I don't want to know.
Icky.
So it's got
What
like
is it?
parts of its tendrils have like lines of
That's what it looked
teeth.
like.
Lines of teeth that like are like almost like eel-like or like lamprey-like, and they like latch out, and they like almost several not heads but several tendril mouths latch on against Darius. The first hit is an 18.
Misses.
Misses. 18 again.
Misses.
Yeah, I got 2 10s on my rolls. So it tries to latch onto you, but it can't bite through your armor, and you dodge out of one of the ways. That means it is Silas's turn. Silas, how close are you to this creature, do you think?
Because how I imagine it, we're all in like a line. Endien backed off. Darius stepped. I don't think I'm too far. I'm not far at all from it.
Think maybe like 10 feet, 15 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you're safe. For now.
Huh? What you mean?
We'll see.
What's mage armor? Is it an action? It's an action. I will put on mage armor and not do anything else. So I'll just stand there and make out with my sword.
Gross.
Oh, actually, that's a good question. What were you trying to say to your sword? What do you think is something you were trying to reach out to it, let's say, and say?
Can you hear me?
You hear the thing you've heard in your response at this moment while this thing is running towards you was, you hear this just deep in your mind, like the idea of like a deep hunger. It's a mix of a deep hunger, like it's an overwhelming feeling, and you hear it say to you, "I can always hear you."
Okay. Deal with that after the threat's gone.
Okay, then it is Temenos' turn.
Temenos is going to see that Darius is like wrestling with this massive thing. and he's going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
On Darius.
On Darius.
on the amalgamation, whatever this thing is. Does a 17 hit?
17 hits.
Sweet. Let's see here. Mark that. Roll it. 21 damage.
21. Okay.
And that'll be it.
Okay, yeah, this piercing bolt of light just blasts into it, and it shrieks a little. Darius, I need you to make a con save.
Okay.
Is Kainos there too?
Yeah, Kainos would be right next to me.
Does Kainos have stats like this? I'm pretty sure he does, right?
Yeah, he's got stats.
Okay, I need you both to make con saves then.
He is immune to poison, charmed, exhaustion, if that matters.
Okay.
Darius got a 21.
Okay.
I know. So it says right there. Look at that. Convenient. Kainos got a 14.
Okay. Kainos takes 3 necrotic damage.
Oh, baby boy.
You have a feeling, I think you can tell looking at it, if it had been an organic thing, it might have been poisoned. But it's like this aura, this stench of death and decaying flesh is like sickening you guys as you are near it. But you're able to hold on from it and you don't take the damage.
Cool. I've dealt with grosser things.
Yeah.
I am going to see this thing glowing with the guiding bolt, and I am going to take the attack action, but as my first attack, I'm going to use my commander's strike and call out to Endien, take the shot, as you can now use your reaction to make one attack with advantage, and you'll add a d6 to that as well, in addition to any other damage that you do.
Nice support move.
Oh, shit, I was just
This is the first time I've been able to use it.
I was just trying to look at something quick, but now I gotta do stuff. All right, I'm just making sure all my things, if I need to add them to my turn or not. As part of the attack action. So this is using my reaction to make an attack action, right?
No, you get one attack.
Okay, so
You're
I
essentially
can't arcane shot then. I'm taking an opportunity attack bow with my bow. Okay,
Yeah,
I can't really add too much pepper,
Basically.
but that's fine. I'm getting the d6, so.
You also have advantage on the shot.
Yes, advantage. I just want to double check if I can add sharpshooter this. I think I can, but I want to make sure I'm doing it right. Where the hell is sharp? There it is. Attacking long range.
Yeah, you're making just one weapon attack.
Yeah. Before you make an attack. Yeah, it's just before you make an attack, so I'll sharpshooter this.
okay.
That's a natural 20, my good sir.
That's what I was hoping
Natural
for.
20.
Also
there we
great
go.
set up by Temenos with the guiding
Guiding
bolt.
bolt.
This is what we're doing. We're just trying to give Endien the most opportunities to nat 20.
Synergy, baby. Synergy.
It's a 52.
I can only do this once a day, though. This is all I got.
52.
That's fair. That's fair.
That is a dangerous critical.
Dangerous critical. Moist critical. Take that out.
Cut that.
No free shoutouts. No free shoutouts.
Pinned. Triple damage, and the target is pinned to the ground and becomes restrained.
Ooh, restraint.
Remind me, do we triple the end damage or the dice damage?
If you we double damage by rolling damage, right?
Yeah, it's usually the dice. So yeah, we'll triple
Yeah.
triple the dice number. The dice number is bad. I keep hitting once. That's 6 tripled is 18 plus 10 from sharpshooters 28.
Is that with the d6 in there?
Yeah, I rolled a 1 on the 6 and a 5 on my 8d8.
Okay, it's more damage than I was going to do.
So yeah, 28, right? Did I do that math right?
Yeah, 6 times 3 plus 10.
Okay.
Is it only plus 10? Because you did sharpshooter on it.
Sharpshooter's a plus. Oh, sorry, a plus 7 on top of that for my normal modifier. I forgot my normal modifier. So 20.
I was going to say.
Wait, no, sorry. 35.
35. So
Yeah, 35. Yes.
Oh.
And after seeing that like burst of necrotic energy, Endien was a little worried to continue shooting while Darius was there, but him encouraging her with take the shot. She aims hard. She aims hard on him and gets the crit.
Darius is
Okay.
so very okay. He has not been hurt by anything.
Okay. Well, is that the end of Darius's turn then?
No, I can take an attack still.
Okay.
And because it's restrained,
So what
I get
happens?
advantage.
So I need to explain what happens then real quick. So you pierce through this creature, and it, like I said, it pins it to the ground. However, in the spot that you shot it, part of it splits off.
Gross.
And so one of them is pinned down with your arrow. The other part has broken off of this and now is moving independent.
Cool. I'm still gonna take an attack on the one that is pinned because that gives me advantage.
Yep.
That's gonna be a 26 to hit.
26 hits.
Or baby damage, 8 piercing damage to it.
Okay.
And then because I already used my bonus action, Kainos is just taking the dodge action this time. Because I can't direct him to do anything else, so he just dodges.
Okay. Endien, that means it's your turn.
What? My turn? Okay. Let's start by taking a shot. And I forget how it all works with arrows and restraint. I'm gonna shoot the one that's not restrained because I think.
Oh, it's
Oh
just.
no, it's only if it's prone that it gives range disadvantage. So if it's pinned, then it's fine.
Yeah, it just attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and its attacks have disadvantage.
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'll shoot the one that's restrained then. What the sigma? That's a 23.
That hits.
Let's put just a little bit of pepper on this one.
A little bit of sauce.
Actually no, because it was like a puff of like blackish smoke, right? What was the necrotic damage look like?
It's like this stenchous odor of like this thing like seeping into this thing and like decaying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I think the cosmetics of it all doesn't entice her to use her shadow arrow. Oh wait, no, shadow arrow is different damage. Never mind. I'm gonna use a shadow arrow on this stinky.
Ooh.
Stinky boy.
Stinky boy. And let me just double check. Sorry, I have so many things I have to look at.
I have so many things.
I have just
can do
so many
things.
So much shit.
Okay, I have my reaction back, so I'm gonna add archers on.
Okay.
So I'll be a D10. I want to absolutely kill this one so we can hopefully not have too many things splitting. And then where was my arrow of shadows? My shadow arrow? The fuck is it? There it is. Shadow arrow adds 2d6 on top of that psychic damage. And this, no wait, that's grasping arrow. It is 2d6 still. And must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be unable to see anything further than 5 feet away from it.
Good thing I'm within 5 feet of it.
Hooray! That's not my fault. And I'll favorite foe it. I'll favorite foe it as well.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. I had a 1 on my D10. F you, dude. So it's 10, 17, 18, 25, 35 points of damage.
35?
From my first shot. And yeah, it takes 2d6 of that were psychic. I don't know if that matters to you. I'll let you.
Okay.
And then it needs to make a wisdom saving throw of a DC 11.
Okay. It succeeds, but I will let you know that you think whatever way it's moving,
Yeah, it
you don't
doesn't
think
have
it's
eyes.
yeah, you don't think it's going to affect it too much, even if it failed.
Yeah, I was mostly going for the damage.
Yeah.
But then I get to take my second shot. Hiya. That's gonna be a 17.
That'll hit.
That's gonna be much less damage this time. So I'm not gonna pepper this one up. That's only 20 points of damage on the second one.
20 points. Okay. Is that it?
That's my turn.
That's your turn. Next, it's the two creatures. The first one that's pinned tries to swing at Darius.
Okay.
First one's a miss.
Mhm.
Second one's a miss.
Mhm.
Those were
The
with
other
disadvantage,
one.
right?
What?
Those were at disadvantage, right?
Oh.
Just see if it gets an at one.
Okay. The second one is a nat 1 then.
Ooh. Get wrecked.
Critical fail.
I mean, its weapons are its hands, so it's hard for it to get a bad critical fail.
87.
Or its teeth, I guess.
Yeah, it's got a shameful failure.
Haha. Feel shame, idiot.
Look, we all had issues when we were younger. It's just, you just gotta move past
Well, this one doesn't really matter to it. Sidestepped. Swap places with the target and make a DC 16 dexterity saving throw on a failed save while prone. One, it's restrained to its spot, so I'm not sure if it matters that. But also, it is immune to prone.
Yeah.
Cute.
The second one lurches towards Silas.
Uh-oh, Silas, stinky.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Oh yeah, Silas automatically has disadvantage.
Does an 18 hit?
No.
Okay. Then the second one misses as well.
Yes. Look at us being all armored up and capable.
But it is Silas's turn, and you are next to one of these creatures. I do need you to make a con save.
Uh-oh.
My constitution. My Shayla.
It's broken.
Oh, okay. 11.
11. You take 4 necrotic damage, and you are now poisoned.
Poisoned.
Basically, you have disadvantage on attack rolls.
If Silas was 15 feet away, did it have to move outside of my...
Yes, yeah. So if you've
Okay.
got an attack opportunity, go for it, yeah.
Absolutely. Kainos would take one as well.
Okay.
I got an 18 on my attack
That'll hit.
for 9 piercing damage. Kainos got an 18 as well.
That'll hit.
Or 4 force damage.
4. Okay. Okay. So it's so it's Silas's turn still. So you got this stench and odor just starts decaying at your flesh, like peeling it up back.
There's a thing with rogues where I can take. Was it a hide or a dodge as a bonus action?
You can
take a
disengage as a bonus action.
Disengage.
You can also hide as a bonus action.
Yeah.
I think
Cunning action.
all of them. I think all
Cunning
3 of
action.
those are bonus actions for you, right?
I think you can dodge
I'm trying
as
to
bonus
look
action.
through it. I'm not.
I don't think dodge. Dodge is the monk one. I think it's hide, disengage, and dash is
Yeah.
rogue.
Dash
Yeah.
is the other one.
Well, it doesn't matter.
I've wasted your time. Don't worry about it.
I
Just curious.
will.
Just thinking about it.
Hold on. Okay, got it. I will Do I even need to do damage? Endien exists.
I mean, it is nice to continue to do damage, so it goes quicker.
And I don't have to use as much of my resources.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna use hex. Then I will. Let's move around. I'm gonna use booming blade.
Okay.
And make a melee attack. Okay.
Boom. Blade.
That is, I can't do math. 24.
24 will hit.
Got it.
Got it.
Got it.
I got it, father.
Got minimum damage. That's amazing. But let me tell you the total out, because I'm also gonna use Seek. Okay. My damage is not great. I roll. Total is 12 damage.
12
Ooh.
damage.
That is rough.
That's rough,
And
buddy.
I will run back.
You gonna disengage
Let's
with that
say
sweet bonus action?
20 feet. I'm gonna go a different direction. I'm gonna go past Temenos. So basically going back we came from.
Okay. Are you disengaging, or are you as a bonus action, or are you just running?
Fancy footwork. During your turn, if you make a melee attack against a creature, the creature cannot make up opportunity attacks against you for the rest of your turn.
That's what I wanted to know. Okay.
Nice.
You dash out of there. That means it is Temenos' turn.
Sorry, buddy. Sorry.
That's fine, man. Temenos is gonna cast Guiding Bolt on the being that's closest, the one that's not pinned down.
Okay.
Let's see. Does a 15 hit?
The 15 hits.
Ooh.
Cool. Okay. Let's see. That is a 27 for damage.
Nice.
7.
That's really
God
good.
damn.
I rolled really nice with my D6.
Bro, I'm just here to make out with my sword. I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
We know.
Yeah.
We figured.
That'll be it for Temenos.
All right, Darius.
Do you need to save for me?
Yes, I do.
That's a 23 for me. And another 14 for Kainos. He's just not rolling very well.
Kainos takes 6 necrotic.
Okie dokie. He's fine.
He's fine. Just rusting a little.
I have the mending cantrip. He'll be fine after this. Okay, I'm gonna take 2 attacks on this pinned one.
Mhm.
If it takes 2 attacks. Double 18. So that's gonna be 18 on the die. So
Oh, nice.
9 piercing damage.
And that one goes down. It slumps over
Cool.
and just liquefies into the ground.
Then I'll move up behind the other one with Kainos, and I'll take my second attack on him. Ooh, that's probably gonna miss. That's only a 12.
That misses.
Yeah, okay. Kainos will attack then. 21 to hit.
That'll hit. You're good.
For 7 piercing, or force damage, sorry.
7 force damage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's all I got.
Endien, can you take this down?
No.
I would have had advantage on my first one.
Oh, okay.
It still would have missed.
Okay.
Or whatever happened on the first one on this one. It's fine.
Endien, you got another guiding bolt on this fucker.
Is there only the one?
It.
Oh, yeah. Darius just used it up.
Yeah.
Darius used it up.
Is there only the one left? Sorry,
Yep, it's the one left.
Okay, cool. Is it the first one or the second?
No, it's the one that's free.
Okay, so I don't have my junk on it. On the God damn it! There's so many things I gotta remember.
So many things.
I can't remember.
I've got
Favorite
so
bow
much
worked like
stuff, I just
Hunter's
gotta rub
Mark.
my junk on it.
I'm just gonna teabag it.
I optimize my character so much. I can do so many things on my turn. It's such a hassle to remember everything. Gosh. Why am I so good at building a character?
I just couldn't remember if favorite foe worked like Hunter.
Oh.
Mhm.
Second one will hit.
Okay.
What did you get on the first one?
Not in that one.
Okay.
It was like a 13 or something.
13. Yeah, that's a miss.
I'll add Flash of Genius to turn it into a 17.
Oh, there we go. Then 2 hit.
Oh, there you go.
That's why I asked, because if it was good enough, I would
Flash of
use
Genius
it.
works for attacks.
Hey, we discourage teamwork in this show.
God, can I? I need to take cursor. I need to take cursor.
Oh, actually, maybe. No, it's just ability checks. Sorry.
That's what I
Ability
thought.
checks.
Yeah, only one hit. Now, so that
Look
was
at this man trying to cheat.
18 points of damage.
18 points of damage. Okay. So Darius, if you have a reaction, you'll be able to use your attack of opportunity as it is now lurching for Temenos.
Okay. I will take one.
It also now takes 3 damage from the booming blade.
Ooh.
Wait, does it move 5 feet?
It's moving more than 5 feet. Yeah, it's moving towards because it's moving towards Temenos. So I'll say it's moving like 10 feet or something like that.
3 damage.
Okay.
I got a 27 and Kainos got a 17.
Okay, both hit. Can you do it? Or is
I don't know.
Temenos dead?
I mean, 15, 20, 23 damage total.
23 damage total. This thing lurches, teeth gnashing at Temenos, and you are able to do teamwork with your dog, slice it down, and it crystallizes into a soul gem.
Darius picks that one up too, puts it into his pocket.
Well, how's everybody feeling? Do we need to sit down or can we keep going?
I'm unhurt.
Yeah, I don't think I touched any of you.
Silas is.
I'm good to go as well.
Oh, Silas, yeah, Silas is... Oh, Silas, your poison, the poisoning wears off, but
Temenos will cast Cure Wounds on Silas.
No, it's a paper cut. It's a paper cut. It's a paper cut.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
paper cut.
He's gonna walk up to you and
I'm
like
fine.
prepare it. So then, what do you say?
I'm a taken man as I hold my sword up.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm not hurt. I'm not.
Well, then let's continue, I suppose.
Don't waste your magical juices on me.
I cast Mending on Kainos twice, and he's back up to full health.
Okay. Is that a cantrip or is it a...
Yeah, it's cantrip.
Oh, that's nice. That's really nice.
Yeah, and it heals him for 2d6.
That is nice.
Yeah,
That's wild.
That's why I'm not worried at all when he takes damage. It's like, oh, I can so easily repair him in between combat.
Isn't it wild how unbalanced this game is? It's like the designers don't even give a shit.
He does 1d8 damage. He's not that strong.
He's got utility. Yeah, okay. So what is everyone doing now to continue your journey? Is it
I'm
the same as
continuing. Yeah, continue to look for my detour.
before? Okay.
Same for Temenos.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to keep an eye out, but I suck at it, so...
Oh, you noticed them before.
Endien.
Just this last threat.
Got lucky.
Oh my fucking god. And I roll above a 10 for the love of Christ. Holy garbage, dude.
I'm going to use an instance of saving face to give myself a 12 on that perception check.
I got a
You want me
20.
to roll religion, right?
Yep.
I got a 23.
23. 12.
Temenos rolled nat 20 for a total of 24.
Nice job.
I only had to re-roll.
20s tonight.
Oh,
I rolled a 6.
you rolled a 6. Can I get a percentile with plus 20?
Okay. Plus 20, you said?
Yep.
91.
Let the sword kisser roll.
Okay.
I was waiting for Kane to roll.
Now, the question I have is, you're looking for Endien. You're taking them to grave site, right? Sorry, I didn't hear.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Okay,
Yes,
I heard
sir.
that. Sorry, I heard. S. I was like, what?
Which no doesn't have an S.
Yeah. Can you describe the kind of place that Can you describe the place that you are taking them to everyone?
It wouldn't be. I mean, it'll be. I'm trying to think. I think, yeah, we would have found a place that's out of visual line of sight from the castle.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously not super far away. But it'd be like a cliff overlooking a view of the forest. And it'd have some soil that would have been easy to dig into. And I don't know if Silas also buried something here or not, but this is where Endien did.
Did we have a joint funeral?
I don't know. Did we? That's up to you.
I don't remember.
We didn't do it in game, so it's up to you if we did or not.
I mean, yeah, I would say we did if you want to.
Yeah.
If you'd allow me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, there'd be a site with a small berry bush growing, at least in the gravesite that I dug.
Mine's just grass,
Dirt, grass.
dirt, some rock.
Okay. Yeah. So you arrive on the scene, and Temenos, I think you're the first to notice that there is something moving in a tree nearby.
Endien, look in the tree.
I whip to look at it. Anything that dares to.
You see
place.
talons peeking out of the tree line with owl feathers attached to
the talons.
Well, it's got like a almost like an owl's claw, and then talons are like coming out of like where the leg or such would be. Very unusual, but it is owl feathers like attached to this thing, as it's peeking out of this.
Just the feetsies is peeking out.
Yes, for now.
How far away is it from me?
We'll say about 60 feet.
Damn. Well, I don't want to just shoot it as much as I would like to, especially because I can only see its feetsies. I'm gonna try to stealth 30 feet closer to it.
You hear a hoo 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 hoo.
Does that sound like it's actually
Sounds like an owl.
call?
Yeah, I can't hoo like an owl. But
Well, I didn't know if it was trying to mimic it or not. Is what I was mostly looking for.
It sounds like an owl.
I'm still stealthing 30 feet closer to it.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
God, dude, can I roll above a 10 for the love of Christ? It's a 10.
10. Okay.
Oh wait, sorry, I have advantage. I have advantage on all stealth rolls. That's much better. Holy crap, a 22.
22. You're sneaking up towards it. You move through it. And then out from the bush, this feathered, large creature juts its head out, and it's got on it, its face is like the skull of an owl. And it's got large yellow eyes, and it peeks out and it juts its face towards you. And I'm going to need another initiative roll. I will send a copy of this image into chat for you guys.
Dirty 20.
That's probably for the best.
Temenos rolled a nat 20.
What's the initiative?
Initiative 20.
Oh.
Darius got a 9.
Silas?
I got a 25.
So it's this creature with long, based off the image you guys see, I'm going to describe it slightly different. Its face is like an owl skull, and it's like its body is made of the texture of bird feet. And on it, it's got from its arms and down its back has owl feathers sticking out of it, and it's got 5 different types of skulls dangling from its arms. And it peeks out at you guys. Sorry, what was you said 25?
Yes.
Okay, Silas, it's your turn first. You see this thing like jut its head out like a jump scare to Endien from this tree line. This giant skulled, this large skulled, owl skulled creature.
Eldritch Blast. 22.
22 hits.
So it's 2 beams, right?
I believe you get 2 attacks with it, yeah. So
Okay.
you'd have to do a second attack to do it, yeah.
First one's a 6.
Okay.
And then the second attack is a 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
The other one's also a 6.
Okay.
12 damage. And
Okay.
I will move up to where Endien is.
As the second one hits it, no, I take it back. Actually, yes. So as its second one hits it, you see it like shimmer out of existence.
I'll still move up next to Endien.
Okay. Endien, does a 22 hit you?
Yeah.
You, let me see. Okay, first you're going to take 10 necrotic damage. And then as you feel like this talon claw slash across you, as now like appearing directly in front of your face is this skull, this owl skull. Like where it was in the tree line before, now it's directly in front of you. And as you are being this necrotic damage, as it's like slashing into you, you are immediately refilled with the grief the same grief you felt in the moment about 1.5 years ago when you first saw your owl Nur die. And you will take, you hear this crunching as this happens, and you see like a skull. Anyone else might see that this thing crushes a skull next to you, and you take 7 more psychic damage as you're filled with these memories of your pet dying. Then it doesn't get advantage this time. It misses the second slash on you, and then it screams really loudly. Just this screech, owl screech. Silas does a 23 hit.
Is it attacking me?
Yes, it's screaming it's screaming loudly, and you just hear it piercing your ears.
Okay, I don't think my cloak will help me here.
Well, if it had to roll to hit you, it still would be just...
okay, that's okay. That's right. No, I rolled the same exact thing.
Okay, I'm still hit.
Okay, you're still hit. Okay. You take 10 psychic damage as this thing screams, and it's like reverberating in your ears. I think I have oh, yeah, and then it... can I do that again? Or... Yeah, so it crushes another skull on its body. And when that happens, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, Silas.
Is this technically a spell?
It is, yeah. So you get advantage on it, I believe.
Yeah. Sorry, you said wisdom?
Wisdom saving, yeah.
12.
12. You are now frightened. And now it is Endien's turn.
I will face step directly behind it, pulling my swords out, my two elven short swords. Tears just pouring down her face, and like a little tiny trickle of blood at like towards the top of her head as the bark starts like gripping her face more. And I need this thing to make I think it's wisdom saving throw, or it might be charisma. Let me double check it. I just looked at it 5 times and already forgot. Him. Again, too many things to scroll through. Damn it! I clicked on it and it just gave me something else. Oh, that's because I'm looking there. I need a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that one was a 23.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Or sorry, 22, but yeah, probably pass.
So it's not charmed, but I'm still going to say, what are you?
Its head turns immediately around, like an owl's, facing directly you. And it says, in Sylvan, "Don't you recognize me, mistress?"
I'm not putting up with that. Let's go with... I think I have 4 attacks here if I use my short swords. That sounds right. Right? So I use my... Oh, no, I use my bonus action, so it would only be 3. So not enjoying that answer. I'm going to slashy. First one. Hey, there we go, Endien. And now that you're sad, you're hitting a 25 to hit.
A 25 to hit. That one hits. And then it vanishes out of existence. But give me the damage.
Six. And I'll make it a favorite foe. So an additional 4 for 10.
Okay. Yeah, it just shimmers out of existence as soon as you slash into it.
Then that unfortunate. That's my turn as I whirl around looking for.
Okay. That'd be Temenos' turn. This thing just shimmered out of existence.
Can I locate where this thing is?
Give me a... Oh, let me see something real quick. Give me a perception without... or perception with disadvantage.
Okay. Is this going to cost me an action? Or is it just a check?
Just a check.
Okay. That's an 8.
8. Okay. You're not sure where it's gone to. You know where it was, but you don't know where it's gone to.
Yep.
If it's still there.
So since I can't locate this thing, I'm going to cast Bless on all 3 of my companions.
Okay.
Thanks, pal.
So you all get a D4 to any of your next attack rolls. if you'd like.
Well, it's more than just the next one.
Oh, right. Yep. That'll be it for Temenos.
That means it's Darius's turn.
Cool. Darius is going to make an educated guess that this thing is not teleporting, and is going to cast See Invisibility on himself.
Yep, you see the creature still standing right where it was, facing Endien, directly staring and like moving its head, jittering.
I'll call out. Obviously, the others can't see it, but call out and say, Endien, still right in front of you. Take the shot. It hasn't moved. Or take the attack. And I am going to... Because if Endien moved 60 feet away towards it, Kainos is going to have to use his...
I only moved 30.
Oh, you only moved 30?
Yeah, because I was going to face step up to it, so I only moved 30.
Perfect. Cool. So Kainos then is... I'll use my bonus action. Kainos runs over. Kainos is going to take an attack then.
Okay. So that'd still be a disadvantage, right?
Yep. Yeah, but he at least knows
Yep.
what spot to attack. Ooh. Kainos only got a 10.
That's a miss.
But he is also positioning himself next to Endien.
Okay.
And I'm only going to move 15 feet towards it.
Okay. Then I believe it's Silas's turn.
I don't know what to do. I'm frightened, but I don't see it.
Oh yeah, you're not frightened right now because
I
you
can't see it.
Can't see it, but you have disadvantage anyway because you can't see it.
Yeah.
But you at least know where to attack, which is half the battle with invisible creatures.
Try to think if I could do anything. Nah, I feel like that its wisdom saving throw was pretty high, so I'm just gonna... I'll just blast.
Okay. Disadvantage.
You do have a bless on that, though.
14.
Miss.
And the second beam...
Ooh, second blast.
Oh, no. It's a disadvantage on advantage.
Yeah.
Nat 1.
Nat 1. Give me your percentile.
Which is the detail. 63.
63 is an embarrassing fumble. Off we go. You teleport 30 feet in one direction randomly determined by the GM. You teleport 30 feet away. You like blast yourself backwards almost. Running away. Almost as if you're instinctively running away from this thing still. Okay.
That's my turn.
You hear two crunches, and darkness starts to spread in a 15-foot area. How close were you trying to get to it, Darius?
I remained 15 feet away from it.
Okay. So then, okay. So it's just this darkness now covers where it and Endien were. Did Kainos? Kainos didn't go up to it, right? No, he did attack. So yeah, It covers Kainos as well.
Okay.
So, Endien. Actually, no, I don't think I can do that. Yeah, so Endien is going to make an attack against you again. That one's gonna hit. That is a 27. That is 12 necrotic damage. And then the second one I think misses. Is that there's a 15 hit? No. Okay.
No.
And then it screams at Darius.
If there's darkness around me, does it have to rely on dark vision to see me now?
No.
Okay.
And I know that sounds strange, but no. Does a 19 hit Darius?
Shield. It does not.
Shield does not. You are able to block out the screams as it screams towards you. So that means it's Endien's turn. Endien, in this place, first I need a wisdom saving throw from you. And from Kainos.
It's not charm, I assume. I think it's fear.
No. Is Kainos immune to psychic damage?
No, he doesn't have any.
Okay.
He's only immune to poison damage.
Okay.
9.
What was the save? Sorry.
Wisdom.
Okay. Kainos got an 8.
Okay. 9 psychic damage for both of you. And yeah, okay. So this is like also like a magical darkness. So if you're using dark vision to see, you can't see in the dark vision.
Yeah, I figured.
Or you can't see in the darkness.
Cool. Let's do something here. Because this thing is dinking around where I am. End of each of your turns. Choose a point. I just have to choose a point I can see within range. Let's use a freaking Wrath of Nature. 3 of my charges. As roots and vines begin to rip out from the ground in the space around me here. And that's my action.
Okay.
So at the end of my turn, which is going to be here, because I'm not going to move, I'm not going to do anything, I'm just crying and starting to bleed a little bit. One creature of your choice, doesn't say you have to see it, just have to choose it, which I choose this stupid thing. Must succeed on a strength saving throw or become restrained until the spell ends.
Okay.
Nice.
That is a 7.
That it is restrained as her grief continues to grow and just cries out in her pain as roots and vines react to her and grip around this thing and pull it down onto the ground so it's restrained.
It screeches out with an owl screech as you're restraining this and bounding it down. What's wrong, mistress? I thought you wanted to join me.
No response.
Okay. That means it is Temenos' turn. There's a cloud of darkness surrounding Endien, Kainos, and this creature.
So I can't see these vines that have reached out?
No.
If I get close enough with my dark vision, am I able to see where this thing is?
You can try. You don't. I'll say with your dark vision, you can't even see through this darkness. It's
okay.
Like a magical, just deep darkness.
Okay. If I use my action to dash, can I still cast a cantrip?
No, because cantrip is an action. Unless it specifically says bonus action, it's an action.
Let me double check, because this will decide what I do. Nope, it doesn't, but fuck it. I'm gonna sprint into this darkness and see if I can get anywhere close to where Endien is.
Okay, yeah, you're just immediately in this darkness and plunged into it, and it's hard to see anything at all. Eventually you get in and you start feeling, if you feel outwards, you feel like just trees and vines sprouting every which way. Right?
Would I have any idea that
Roots and vines.
Endien cast this thing, or do I just think it's
you have no
just
idea.
some random? Okay. Since I don't know that, yeah, and I had to use my action to get there. Yeah, that's all Temenos can do right now.
Well, you could have moved. You could have just used your move action to get in there.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
think.
cool. Then I will cast light on this mass of vines and thorns.
And as you're pulsing out this light, it's like the darkness swallows it whole.
Oh. Okay, that's helpful in one way, but that's it. That's it for
Darius,
Cool.
it's your turn, and you see within this inky darkness strings reaching downward, attaching to a figure that is almost like it's a not even just summoned, almost like it's part of her, like these roots and vines sprouting and restraining this creature. You can see this as if almost like you did in Dark World.
So can I see through the darkness?
You can see this stuff, yes.
Okay, so I can see this like entering into the darkness, but
You
still.
see in the darkness. You see like like outlines of things in this darkness.
Okay, so it's like different shades of black in this
Yeah.
inkiness. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I am also going to run into the darkness. And hearing Endien's cry of anguish, Darius lets out a cry of pure anger as I'm going to try and fuck this thing up by casting Branding Smite as a bonus action. Because it's restrained, I have advantage. Because it's darkness, I have disadvantage, so it'll be straight roll with bless. That is going to be a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
Great. Okay, not huge damage, but that isn't necessarily what I was looking for. So it's going to take 6 piercing damage,
Okay.
and then 8 radiant damage.
Okay.
And the target, if it is invisible, becomes visible and cannot become invisible until the spell ends.
Ooh, okay, yeah. You
It
see
also, if
Okay.
it matters, I don't know how this is going to interplay with darkness, because this is a second level spell. It does say it also sheds dim light in a 5-foot radius.
It swallows, I mean, it doesn't radiate the way it does, but you do notice that it does, you do get some of a lining on it. So instead of it being unable to be seen with dark vision, you can now see it outlined in dark vision. As this thing is kind of shimmered with some light onto it. But you see it like that blinding radiant damage seems to have like done more to it than you expected it to.
Perfect. That's also what I was hoping for. Which means if I can see it, then I'm going to take my second attack at advantage.
Ooh, okay.
Oh yeah, you could have taken the first one advantage because it's restrained.
It was in the darkness, and
But it was
you
in the
could
dark.
see it
Oh,
like
I thought he
but
could-
it was
I thought
kind
he
of like
could see it.
invisible for yeah.
Because he could see invisibility, that's why I thought he could see it.
Yeah, but the darkness cancels it out and all that. That's a 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
Thank you for the blessed Temenos. It's I haven't exactly needed it, but it's very nice on these to have it. Oh, perfect. Maximum damage for 13 piercing on it again. I don't do any additional after the first one with Branding Smite.
Okay. Okay, that's Silas's turn. Silas, you have dark vision, right?
I do.
Okay, yeah, you can see the shimmering outline of the creature in the inky darkness now.
I'm gone. I got
You
teleported
teleport.
away, right?
You teleport at 30 feet.
Oh, 30 feet. Okay.
Yeah. So it's not too far away.
I need to find the group again. I was like,
Yeah.
guys, I'm not good at survival stuff.
You pop back up in Atlantis.
So I have advantage but disadvantage, so it just balances it out?
No, you can see it now. You can see it now with your dark
Yeah,
vision.
but I'm still frightened, right?
Oh yeah, you're frightened. Yeah. So that bounces it out. Yes.
Okay. I'll run up and stab. Hold on. I'm looking at my other features.
Oh, do you have too many features too?
Oh my gosh, how difficult this must be. I have so
Kyle.
many tools in my tool belt.
I'm multi-class because I couldn't handle just playing one class, and these ones actually synergize, so I can do more than one thing on a turn, and it
Okay,
works.
look, I am not as synergized as whatever fuck Endien's been eating.
Well, just wait till my next turn. I'll be even less energized than I have been this battle already.
Knowing it needs to fucking die. I'm gonna cast Hex. And with that, I am gonna use Synthos Control to make it a nat 20.
Ooh.
Because this thing needs to go.
It's an attack roll? Hex is an attack roll?
No, I need it to be Hex.
Oh,
Right.
okay. What?
That's what my
You,
notes say.
you can just drop hex on something. You don't have to roll for it.
I know, I can, but I still need to.
Attack
Roll
to do
damage,
the
right?
next step. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys are down.
What are you doing right now? I'm confused. What
I'm
are
attacking,
you? You're attacking it. Okay. That's
but
what,
since
okay.
it has Hex, I can use my Synthos Control charge to make it a nat 20.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tracked. I knew exactly what
I
you
didn't
meant,
catch
Kyle.
what you were saying.
I knew. We were right there. Shocking moment. I was thinking the same thing as Kyle.
I thought I knew
That-
that.
Okay.
Never
Then
happens.
question me. Maybe
Since
just
I
roll.
automatically made it a nat 20, do you want me to roll a percentile or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it
Yeah.
hexed? Did you hex it? What do you hex on it?
You can just drop a hex on it.
Oh,
You choose an ability though.
You've
that
used
will have
hex
it.
before.
it's been so long since I've ever had to use hex.
You use that damage, and you get to choose an ability score that has disadvantage on.
Oh, okay.
Perhaps strength or dexterity if it's going to
Well,
try
he
and
has
get out of her strength.
since odds control eats the hex to do this.
So it's not
it
hex
doesn't-
anymore.
Yeah, so it's not hex anymore. It's just hex for a second to get that nat 20.
That's fair. That's good balance.
I rolled a 72.
72 on your slash-a-do.
Piercing? Slashing?
Life-threatening. Oh, probably piercing. I don't know. What is
If
it?
it's a rapier, it's piercing.
Okay. So it's a life-threatening critical.
Is that quad?
Between the shoulders, maximum double damage.
Ooh.
Would my rapier of life stealing
Oh, yes.
also benefit from this? Because it says
Because it's a nat 20.
Roll a 20, but I
That's
automatically
fine.
made it.
Yeah. I'm counting that as that. Yeah, so you get
Oh,
your
okay.
life
Let's
stealing.
find a vorpal sword, shall we?
Ooh.
I specifically don't allow that in a different game because of a vorpal sword being in the game.
That's fair.
I
You have to
mean,
get a roll sword.
My rapier's not as stupid as a Vorpal sword.
That's right, you're in that game.
So max damage and double it, and give it to the next person.
Yes. Specifically, this nasty owl creature.
Yes, you see the max number on the dice and double the dice number, and then add your modifiers.
So many things are happening.
What are all your
20?
dice?
Hold on. So the sword is doing 26
Source 2026.
because that's doubled, or max then doubled.
Yep.
Then would sneak attack also be doubled?
Any dice?
Maxed, then double.
24.
Dang. That's a shit ton of damage.
Dang,
Okay.
50 damage.
Don't forget, it'll take an extra 10 necrotic from your life-stealing rapier.
Wait, it's
And you-
2d6. So it's taking another 24. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
then
then
it's
the
another.
hex. So it's 12. Oh no, 12.
You
It's
eat the hex.
consuming
You-
the hex. Yeah,
The
it's consuming
hex
the
hex,
is
yeah.
Yep.
So then it's also the 10 necrotic damage from your sword, which you'll
Yeah.
gain 10 temporary hit points from as you drain its essence.
Hey,
Convenient.
Let me just get a calculator out here real quick to see what this is.
That's a lot of
Oh,
damage.
yeah, I was supposed to give you the
60
total.
damage, right? That's 26, 24, and 10 for 60.
84.
84, because it was another 24, because it was
Another
double.
24.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's sneak attack, sword, like sneak attack, extra for life stealing, and then there's normal sword damage.
Yeah, that's 84. I'll let you know this thing had 88 HP in total. So you dash up there and you obliterate, like slice through it, and the sword just absorbs its energy and its blood, and the darkness dissipates around. Endien, so can you describe exactly what they see with you right now?
She's just barely holding on to the swords, like they're at her sides. Tears are pouring down her face. Just like one trickle of blood is coming from her forehead, where the bark was starting to like rip into her head more. And as the darkness disappeared, she just kind of lets the swords drop. Is the body still there?
The body slumps. Yeah, it is still there.
Well, she lets the swords drop, and she's instantly running over to the gravesite to see if it's been disturbed.
The graves are fine. They're normal. Nothing's been disturbed on them.
Yeah, she like drops to her knees at the grave and is crying over it.
Oh,
Relieved that it hasn't been disturbed, but still isn't entirely sure of the situation.
Silas, you'll notice as you're absorbing the essence of this, like this cursed energy from this creature disappears and it breaks away, like almost like this, like the inky darkness from this creature's body like dissipates like dust, and all that's remained is like you see it's like the spirit of an owl has been freed from this thing.
noted. I too will drop my stuff, my sword, my rapier. I'll, from the mental exhaustion, I drop my rapier and I'll walk over to Endien and envelop her in a hug.
Yeah, she allows it. Doesn't like reciprocate it, but allow. But will eventually turn back to look to see what that creature was.
Yeah, and you see that its body had dissipated, and instead there is an owl there.
It looks like a barn owl, don't it?
Yes.
I will, not push Silas off, but gently move out of his hug. His embrace. And then kind of wipe tears out of one eye and slowly get up and walk towards it.
You think that... I mean, it looks... You probably have this imagery, engraved in your mind and soul, but it looks like Nur.
Near? Why is your spirit here? You didn't move on?
It starts to its corporeal form starts to fade and it starts to become more translucent, and its head, it weakly turns to you, and you can hear in your mind it hoots a little weakly towards you. It gives you have a feeling that it was being trapped here for some reason, as a spirit, and it couldn't move on. Something here was holding on to it, but I think you guys see that you freed it from whatever that was, and it starts to fade out. You can tell that it hoots to you, and you just feel like you can hear in your mind it say "Thank you, mistress."
She'll continue to cry, not painful crying, but a little tears do start coming out of her eyes again. She's watching Nier disappear, move on.
And I think that's a good place for us to end this episode. If you all listening would like to talk to us about the show, you'd like to write some reviews, go do reviews, do some commentary, rate and review it. If you'd like to ask us about the show at all, you can always hit up us on Blue Sky at IDL-RPGS. Reminder, just tell people that you like the show and you want other people to like it too. Then you can get some good emotional closure like you do here. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.